Welcome to the channel. Welcome, kings and queens. Welcome to HBCU Kingdom. I'm your host, No Win Situation. Please like, subscribe, and share the channel. Leave a comment. I want to know who you guys think is better out this versus. I got Jake Reed versus Jimmy Smith. Let me know who you guys think was the better receiver. I want to give a shout out to Jaguar Gator 9 for the video on YouTube. Want to give you a little shout out, man. First, we're going to talk about Jake Reed. He's from Grambling University. Yes, he played in the NFL from 1991 to 2002. He played for the Minnesota Vikings and the New Orleans Saints. Jake Reed had 4 receiving seasons. 4 1,000-yard receiving seasons, He was also a part of the Vikings team that scored a record at the time of 556 points in 1998. Jake Reed was selected by the Vikings in the 3rd round of the 91 NFL Draft, a pick that the Vikings acquired through the Herschel Walker trade. They had Herschel Walker and they traded him to the Cowboys, if I'm not mistaken, and they got a lot of picks off that trade. Jake Reed's father was J.R. Reed. He played safety for the New York Giants. Now, Reed had 4 1,000-yard seasons receiving, with a career high of 85 receptions in 1994. He was second in receiving yards in the NFL in the 96 season with 1,320 yards. Now, you know what I'm saying? I got highlights of Jimmy Smith and your boy Jake Reed. You know what I'm saying? Them boys was nice. They was nice receivers, man. Real good. So, as you know, in 1994, Jake Reed combined with Chris Carter. You know, he was on one side, Chris Carter was on the other side, and they got Randy Moss too as well. So they had a good trio of receivers when they put up that 556 points through an offense in the season. Him and Chris Carter combined for 2,007 receptions, which was an NFL record at that time in 94. Jake Reed and Chris Carter combined to become the first teammate duo to catch 1,000 receiving yards in 4 consecutive seasons. Jake Reed was also the NFC Offensive Player of the Month in September of 97 after he made 34 catches for 521 yards in the month of September. You caught 34 passes for 521 yards in a month? Some players don't get that in a whole career. Some players don't get that in a season. This man caught that in a month. Jake Reed also made 12 plays of 50-plus yards in Minnesota, which was the second in team history. So big plays, big chunk plays of 50 yards or more down the field, it was Jake Reed. You know, Jake Reed's career stats was 450 receptions, 699 reception yards, and 36 receiving touchdowns for his career. So now we got my boy. Look at these catches though. These, you know what I'm saying, these boys ran their route really well. They was like route specialists. You know, they ran their routes so good. They was open a lot of the time on these plays. If you look at some of these highlights we got going. So we got Jimmy Smith. My boy Jimmy Smith was drafted round 2, pick 36, 1992 by the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, Jimmy Smith played high school football at Callaway High School in Jackson, Mississippi, earned all conference team honors as a senior, and he played at Jackson State. Now, Jimmy Smith went to Jackson State because he did not receive any Division I offers coming out of high school. So he went ahead and took the offer that Jackson State gave him. He was a backup for the first 2 seasons of his college career. His freshman and sophomore season, he was a backup receiver. So his junior season, he became a starter. and they had Tim Barnett on the other side. So he became a top receiving duo with Tim Barnett in Division I AA, while catching 40 receptions for 877 yards on a 21.3 yards per catch average and 9 touchdowns in his junior season. Now, he had his best game against Southern with 4 receptions for 184 yards and 3 touchdowns, tying a school record. So, Jimmy Smith sat out the first, well, I don't say sat out, but he didn't start the first 2 seasons. So his junior and senior season, he actually, he made up for it. So in his final year at Jackson State, he led the team in receptions with 43 catches, 100. He also had 801 yards and 3 touchdowns. So he finished his college career with 110 receptions, 2,073 yards, and 16 touchdowns. Now, his best game was against Delaware State. Jimmy Smith set a school record with 10 receptions, 239 yards, and a 71-yard touchdown. So in 2011, he was named to Jackson State University All-Century team. So he was drafted by the Dallas Cowboys in the 92 draft. He was the 4th receiver on a roster. He also missed the first 4 games of his rookie campaign due to a broken right fibula. So Jimmy Smith made the team with the Cowboys, but he mostly played special teams, because they had Micah Irvin, Alvin Harper, they had great receivers at that time for the Cowboys when he was drafted. So he pretty much made it as a special teams starter. So, with him being on the Cowboys, he won a Super Bowl ring his rookie season, and his second season he won a Super Bowl because Cowboys won back-to-back Super Bowls. And really in 93 he missed the entire season because he was injured with appendicitis. So his second season, they won the Super Bowl, but he was injured that entire season due to injury. So they released him. I guess after he got better, they released him. So on July 19, 1994, he signed with the Eagles, and he was released by the Eagles on August 30th for that same year. So on February 28, 1995, he was signed by the expansion team Jacksonville Jaguars. But he was still the 5th receiver on the roster when he was signed. So all this time, he been, even in college, you starting off at college and you just not even a starter. You know what I'm saying? You the 3rd, 4th, 5th receiver on the team. Like, you're not playing football to do that. You want to actually be a starter. You want to play, get some PT. So, but Jimmy just kept applying himself, kept pressing hard. And when his time was called, man, he was ready. So by the next year, he would become a starter. They had Andre Rison, and he was released. So boy, when he became a starter, Jimmy Smith, boy, he made up for lost time on that field. Jimmy Smith went crazy. He was nuts. And with Kenny McCardell on the other side, they came up with a name called Thunder and Lightning. Because you had him on one side, you had Keenan McCardell on the other side. So they was great receivers, man. Jimmy Smith finished with 1,244 receiving yards and 7 touchdowns while helping the Jaguars in their last 5 games and made it to the AFC Championship game when he finally became a starter. So, like I said, he made up for it. Even, when he became a starter, like, he got them all the way to their first AFC Championship game. And after that, he was like a cornerstone for the franchise for the next decade. Him, Keenan McCardell, Fred Taylor. I remember Fred Taylor as their running back. So, man, they had an awesome team in Jacksonville, but it's just they quarterback. They had pretty decent quarterbacks, but I think they needed a next level quarterback. But, man, Jimmy Smith was awesome. Look at this. Randall Cunningham. Like, all this old footage take you back to when you in middle school and high school watching this on TV. That's why I like putting the footage up like this, because, you know what I'm saying, it takes you back. So Jimmy Smith, with his career stats, he had 862 receptions for 12,287 receiving yards, 67 touchdowns, a 2-time Super Bowl champion, a 2-time second-team AP All-Pro, a 5-time Pro Bowler, the NFL reception leader in 1999, the pride of the Jacksonville Jaguars, second-team All-SWAC honors in 91. So, man, his time in Jacksonville was the best of his career, you know, being with the Cowboys, just a special teams player, not even getting no PT as a receiver because you was the 5th receiver on the roster, then going to the Eagles and getting traded, then even coming to Jacksonville and being the 5th receiver on an expansion team roster. You know, a lot of people would have probably just said, man, I can't do that. But he stuck with it. Oh, look at this catch right here by Jake Reed. Put the toe tap down. That was a nice catch. Oh, Mark Boudinot. Oh, yes, sir. Burn that. Burn that. And then his work ethic had to be crazy, because when you the 5th receiver and stuff, like, nobody know you gonna turn out like that. But he's in the Hall of Fame now. Like, come on, man. Man, work it. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Hail Mary. What, kicked it? He caught it off his foot. Oh, Jimmy Smith, they used to call that boy silky smooth at Jackson State. That boy was smooth. Smooth routes, smooth cuts. Just an awesome player, man. Hey, man, I want to say I appreciate you guys for watching the video. I appreciate for all the love I've been receiving. Please, like I say, like, share, and comment the channel. It's free. Doesn't cost anything to do that. I have some more highlights. Until next time, man, kings and queens, God bless. Mahalish. Stop.